Hello and welcome everybody again to Renew Me. I thought today that I would do another video following on from the one that Rebecca and I did together to just explain a little bit further about red light therapy and how good it is for your skin. Today what I want to talk to you about is the little device here that we have as a red light therapy device and a microcurrent. So first of all, red light therapy is very different to laser therapy. And the only reason why I call it a laser is because it's a red light laser, but it's a cold beam laser. And basically cold beam lasers are completely harmless to your skin. And the best thing about red light therapy is that our skin actually thrives on the spectrum of red light. And basically what happens is that it goes into the skin, it goes into the basal layer, and then it starts feeding and waking up the young cells that are forming in our skin and at the lower levels. Now the cold beam goes into our skin at a depth of 650 nanometers. Now 650 nanometers is a nanometer is a billionth of a meter. So it's a very small amount that the light hits into the skin. Now at 650 nanometers it's the perfect range to feed the cells, and this is one of the reasons why I want to start using the red light therapy, because it just is so regenerative on your skin. It is completely harmless and it cannot harm your skin in any way. Now the other fantastic thing about this little device, this little magic device, is that it's got a microcurrent with it. So it has the red light beam and it also has the microcurrent. Now microcurrent therapy is absolutely fabulous for your skin because it helps the blood in your face to start circulating again. Also, what microcurrent therapy does is it actually exfoliates the skin. So what you'll find after you've used the device is your skin is very smooth and it looks very renewed. So the combination of the red light therapy, the microcurrent therapy, and our beautiful serum that's formulated specifically to use with this device, you'll find that your skin is glowing, healthy, and is completely renewed. Now also with the microcurrent therapy, what it also does, when you move it around the face, what it starts to do is to move and squeeze out all that lymph that is in your sitting stale and stagnant in your skin. And what that does is the lymph starts draining out and then you start eliminating it. And that's why you find that you might have puffy eyes or dark circles around your eyes, is because the circulation of the lymph and the blood, it's stagnant and it's not moving. So that's why we use the device, to get that lovely glow flatness under the eyes and to reduce the puffiness. And you'll find that after even a week of using the device along with the serum, that puffiness will go and those black circles, dark circles will go. Now, some of you say, well, I've inherited those dark circles and they've always been part of my family. Well, that's true. That is very true. That is what happens. You do inherit them. But what this will do is will reduce those circles for you. The other thing is that I wanted to talk to you about was the serum. That the serum has been specifically formulated to use with the device. You have to use the serum on your face to activate the device, because the device will not work without it. And I'll show you a little bit later how that works. So just recapping is that the red light therapy is cold beam laser. It's a microcurrent as well, which then gets the circulation happening, and also you're using the serum on your face as you're using the device. Now the difference between red light therapy and laser therapy is that typically if you have laser therapy you have to go to a doctor, and laser therapy is generally hot laser. And basically what the doctor does is that he uses the laser on your face. It destroys the cells and the skin, and it puts the skin in trauma. And the theory behind it is that when you have your healing time, is that when the skin renews itself, it heals and it looks completely renewed. Now, for me, I prefer not to use hot laser therapy, and I would never use it. But for those of you who have used it and used it successfully, that's fantastic, and I don't, you know, that's what people do. And I'm not actually knocking hot laser therapy. It does work, it is successful, and people do enjoy the benefits of it. For our purposes though, because this is a home use device and you have it at home all the time, I wanted to have a very safe device and one that will not harm you in any way, shape or form. As you can see, I've been using this device for a year now, and there is no harm on my face, and in fact it has regenerated my face to the point where I'm so pleased with it. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to show you how to use the serum again. And first of all, you shake the bottle because it is a natural product. There are no chemicals, there are no parabens. It is a completely natural product, our serum, and it has hyaluronic acid. And it's the hyaluronic acid that's actually feeding the skin and helping it look renewed and look new again. It's actually holding in the moisture. And you'll find that everybody that uses our product specifically has a beautiful glow about their face. And I can always tell people who's using my product because it has a very unique glow that other products just do not give. So when you apply the serum, you just use a very tiny small amount, as you can see. You just put it on the skin on one half of your face. Now you do not put it on the other half because it will soak in and then you'll have to use more of it. So the whole idea is to save the product as well as we're using it. So you turn the device on. You also hold the device, these two little silver pads here. You need to place your fingers and thumb on the device to hold it to make it work. This actually activates the device. And as you can see, the red light hasn't come on yet, and that's a safety feature that's actually built into the device, so we're not looking at it directly into our eyes. So the only time it does activate is when it'd be helpful if I turned it on, is when you touch your skin. Now also, it will not activate if your skin is dry, so you have to use the serum with the product. That's why when you buy the laser, there's a 20-gram bottle of serum in there so that you can get used to using the serum with the laser. You have to use it with the laser. So now we've got it on, we've activated it, and I'm going to place it on my face. Now when you do that, I would strongly suggest that you place it, the wheel, the intensity wheel of the microcurrent is on the side here. I'd say that use 1 or 2. Now sometimes when you touch the face, it feels like a little bit of static energy that you get sometimes off the carpet at first, but don't let that worry you. When you have it on your skin, it's fine. So as you can see, I'm just slowly going around, and at first I go under the brow. So here's the brow bone, we go under the brow bone. The next time around, and as you can see my eyes closed so it's still safe, we go just over that brow bone but under the eyebrow. So we'll get that again. We go out a little bit further to the corner of the eye this time, over the brow bone but under the eyebrow. Then we go out a little bit further to the temple, and then we go over the eyebrow. Now we finish in the middle, and that's all you need to do. You don't need to do any more than that. You only just to do those 3 circles, and then we keep continuing up the forehead. And basically the reason why is that it's just one flow as we keep doing this. So it's sort of like a pineapple. You just go back and forth. Now you can go back and forth a couple of times on there, always finishing at the bridge of the nose. So then you turn it up a little bit, so you can see my thumb's just turning up, and we go pushing up to the temple, lightly back, pushing up again, quite firmly up so you can feel the skin lifting. And the other thing I want you to start doing is visualize, as you're pushing up, visualize your face lifting upwards. And it's very important that we do this because there's a body-mind connection in this. That the more you visualize your face lifting as you're using this, the faster your face will tone up and look beautiful, or as I say, look more beautiful. So you can see we're just going down further and further. Now, when you're on the neck, so up and down the neck, and you're stretching the neck upwards as you're doing it, ending up at the ear, coming along. Okay, so we're on the chin, so we do figure eights, and always lifting up with the figure eights when you're doing it. So we're lifting up, and we do that a few times, and then up around the... Now this area for myself is very sensitive, so I generally turn it down, but it's okay at the moment. And now this area is very good for people who are aging, but also smokers. It's a good way to hide it, because we do tend to get wrinkled around our lips if we have been smokers. And in this little area here, and then back around your nose. Now that's the nasalis there. So you're lifting. Now finishing off this here around your marionette lines, because you'll find that this area in particular will start to drastically change just by working just a couple of times that area. Now that's all you need to do. That's it. There's no more that you have to do to that side. I suggest that you do not overwork your face, because if you do overwork your face, when I was talking about the lymph before, what happens is the lymph starts squeezing out, and you might get some lumping, some lumps around here, and you're wondering what's happening. You have to gently squeeze that lymph out. You can push down, but just don't work it too much. So if you do it the way that I have formulated and worked out how to do it, it's the most safe and most effective way to do it. Okay, so we'll go on the other side. So we'll pop some serum on the other side, and as you can see, it's going to go around my neck. Don't rub it in, just gently. It might not look like it, but I'm just gently tapping that in, patting it in, especially these areas here. Okay, so we'll start the other side. So you're holding the device as so. You're going around under the brow bone, and you might feel the microcurrent, you might feel some little pulses in your eyes, and that's the microcurrent working. I can feel that now. So I'm going all the way around and finishing in the middle. So then we go to the forehead, and again we just work that side, and we can do that a few times. I mean, the forehead's pretty strong, so you can work that a couple of times. You see my skin's starting to go red now because it's starting to stimulate. Now I've got a little problem here between my eyes, got a few wrinkles there, so I like to work that area just before I go down and start my cheeks. Just do that very briefly, and then we start the cheeks. So again, you start, and if you're not working the marionette lines so much, you can either work them here or work them individually. But again, not too much. We don't want to cause too much circulation on the skin. Now, we do the neck, up and down. You're feeling the microcurrent a little bit. And then we do the chin. And then I like to do this a little bit more because I like to work that area, and then up around the nose, and then work the marionette lines on this side just a few times. Okay, so as you can see, my skin has started to look like it's being circulated. It feels a little bit warm, but not too warm, because I have been using this device for a long time now. And as you can see, I'm getting that healthy glow. Okay, so the next part to this, if you want to do it, you can. If you don't want to, it's just an added little thing that I wanted to use with the device, is that we've got little acupressure points in our face. And as you touch, especially here, this is called the beauty spot. If you put your finger here, you'll feel a little tiny indent. And that's an acupressure point. And we've got them all over our face, especially in here, here, all the way up here, and also here. So what I've decided to do also is to add to this routine is the acupressure points. And because there's a little beam or a red light beam, that helps to activate those points more, even more so than using your finger. So what you do is you place it on your chin to start with, turn it, just rub it a little bit in tiny little circles, not moving the device but just actually moving your skin. Okay, you move to the corner of the mouth at the bottom, and you'll feel the device working a little bit too if you've got it up a bit higher, and that's fine, that's not any problem at all. So just over the top, you can see here it's right about just above the lip. Then we move to the corner of the nose. This one might make you sneeze a bit, but it's starting to make me sneeze. And then we move to our beauty spot, which is a very important point. So we stimulate that point a little bit, and then we go to the corner of the eye. This, you might have to turn the device down a little bit because it's very sensitive in this area here. And then just under the eye. And you'll see the instructions also in the little instruction leaflet that comes with it, but also on the website you'll see the instructions too on how to use the device. And all of this is in there, it's all listed in there on a particular page on how to use the device. And then very much like the lips, just on the bottom corner of the eye and then the top corner. Then we move to the top of the brow and then into the middle and then up to the top. And you can do the centre here at this point if you like. And this is a very important point for those of you who have got frown lines here. So I like to use this because I have them. Okay, so that's one side of the face done. So we just need to do the other side. Now this isn't compulsory, but if you have a little look, you might see that my face is very subtly lifted a bit more on that side. And that's because we've stimulated the points. Now this type of therapy is used in Asian countries, is used in the Middle East, and it's a very ancient Chinese type medicine therapy that the women and the doctors of that day knew that we had certain points in our face that would help us look young if we stimulated them. So that's why I wanted to add this too. It's just to help give you that little extra boost, because the laser or the red light beam stimulates these points, even that little bit more. So this is really important that you do it. There's also a little point in here, very important point too, that helps. So you can probably do that point. That's not in the booklet, so that's just from the video. So doing this one here, again, it might make you sneeze. We go to our beauty spot and up into the eye, corner of the eye. And this also will be fabulous for draining that lymph out of these little vessels, and also the dark circles around the eye as well. So if you've got those particular problems, I would strongly suggest that you do go ahead and do this. And then up on the top. Again. And you can go either way. You can go anti-clockwise, I've been doing both, or clockwise, that's fine. Okay, now if you just want to do a little bit more in there, that's fine, but not too much. Okay, so what we'll do now, you'll feel that your face is probably quite dry, that the serum has completely gone into the skin. Now this is what we want, because the serum has got some very good nutrients that will feed those cells and really liven up those cells along with the red light therapy and the microcurrent. So what we do now is that we would get our day cream or our night cream and we place it on the skin, and then obviously you're finished. So that probably took about 10 minutes at the most. And what I would suggest too with the night cream, what I found with our night cream is that you only need a very tiny little bit, like only just the little bit of your fingernail, like a very tiny little bit, because when you put it on, you've already got the serum feeding into the skin. So you just need a little bit of the night cream just to seal it and to give you that beautiful relaxed feeling, because it does have lavender in it, and it does give a beautiful relaxed feeling when you put it on ready to go to bed. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and below you'll see the link to the website, and there'll be you can follow the instructions on the website on how to use the laser if you're still feeling a little bit confused. But also please feel free at any time to send me an email and let me know what your thoughts are. All right, well, thank you so much, and I really do appreciate you watching, and we'll wait until next time, and we can have another video on other things. Thank you so much.